you very much, Leslie. Great insights. Our next speaker is Paul Gamble. Paul received the Advanced Communicator Gold and the Advanced Leader Silver, including Barry Toastmasters 50th anniversary. He is honored to be a guest speaker this evening to express how Toastmasters was fundamental in helping in his life and career. Please welcome to the stage past area director Paul Gamble with a walk through the park like Toastmasters in India.
I'm Eugene. This is Bob. We'll be conducting your interview for today. You did receive the questions we emailed you. That's correct, right? Okay, excellent. You were monitored by a proctor, so you only had a pen and paper to prepare for 20 minutes. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? You have 60 minutes to answer the questions in any order. Your time begins now. Mr. Chair, fellow Toastmasters, very welcome guest. That was the approximate scene 3 years ago. I was doing the final stage in a hiring competition at work. This was the final boss level for me. And I had done this process multiple times, and I always got to that metaphoric touchdown line, and I would drop the ball. But this time, I was gonna leave nothing to chance, nothing. But if I'm being honest, I was freaking out. I was freaking out so much, my family said, good luck, the house is yours, call us when it's done, goodbye. And I was like, oh my God. And so I prepared that whole weekend, which was essentially me just shadow boxing in front of the mirror, giving myself hype talk. You got this, Gamble. You're gonna kill the bear. When the interview began, something happened about a quarter of the way through. I started to smile. In fact, I started to enjoy myself. And I said to myself, this is easy. I'm going to kick ass. Now, I had not seem cocky, but I had been doing that for about 9 years, once a week, in this club, in Toastmasters. They were expecting me to answer a bunch of questions, which were essentially table topics, a bunch of speeches. But I think there were 3 reasons. Classic 3-point speech framework. Stick with the classic. Number 1, I was concise. I was to the point. When I first joined Toastmasters, I would try to include everything. The kitchen sink, the ensuite, the powder room, the laundry sink, the neighbors. It was way too much information, and it was swirly twirly in my head. I had an early mentor in this club, DTM, Keith Carson. He pulled me aside and said, don't do the rookie mistake of trying to memorize your speech word for word. You're going to forget one word, and it's going to throw you off. He said, concentrate on your core message. What are you trying to say? And then build your speech around that. All you need are a few bullet points. You put them somewhere handy, just in case. That's how you write a speech. And that's all I did with those 20 minutes they gave me before the interview. I write some chicken scratch, and I was golden. I knew, okay, I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about that. I was armed, I was ready. Here in Toastmasters, we take all the data that's really fast, and we make our messages clear. Number 2, time management. I got a question for all of you. In Toastmasters, are you a little obsessed with time management? That's your hourglass. You are obsessed with time. And it's handy. We try to teach people to stay within the time constraints. 5 to 7 minutes, never go over. But the reality is, in previous interviews, I would actually leave too much time on the clock. I'd be, thank you very much, and then I would scoot off. In fact, I had 2 interviewers with their pen and paper saying, are you sure? I had 40 minutes. Are you sure you want to keep? I learned that in Toastmasters, we use every beautiful second. I've been accused maybe once or twice of saying, how about we land the plane? Get to the point. I used to think The stuff between the points and between the answers was fluffy talk. But that's actually the opportunity, the golden moments, to showcase your wit, your ingenuity, bit of humor where appropriate. Take those opportunities between what you're trying to say. And during that interview, I was using every second I had available, right to the very end. Number 3, practice. Practice, practice. And what do you do after you practice? You practice some more. That weekend, as I was preparing for this interview, I was brainstorming certain ideas that they would throw at me, some curveballs. But as I said, I wasn't going to leave anything to chance, so I actually hired a coach, a private coach. I took 2-hour sessions with this person, and they ran me through a mock interview, stressing me out, teach me what they're waiting to hear. The STAR methodology. Has anybody heard of the STAR methodology? Situation, action, result. No, I messed up already. Situation, task, action, result. And we would go over this again and again. I learned that here at Toastmasters. That's the hidden secret of Toastmasters, of this room. This is where you can try the tough stuff out there in here. Go through it. Weddings, eulogies, those are tough. Those are going to be emotional. Do them in here. Do them with a supportive crowd where this is an easy audience. You all have to clap for me. But when you have to do the real thing, you'll be ready. You'll feel familiar. So, I killed the bear. I did well in the interview. I actually got hired into 2 hiring pools. One that I wasn't even going for, but I was so on point, they're like, attaboy. And some of you are thinking, yeah, good for you. Why don't you talk more about yourself? Okay, I will. It's because I was confident speaking in front of people that I helped out with the 50th anniversary. That when they had a little TED Talk competition, not competition, but event down in Barrie, it was called Barrie Ignite. I participated in that. I invited some members from this club to participate the next year. I volunteered shortly after that for my wife's roller derby game to announce. They keep asking me back. It's a lot of laughs. South Simcoe Rebel Rollers, check them out. And now at work, I have no issue speaking up in meetings, advocating for others. This club, okay, actually, what I want to really say, not more about me, but I want all of you to change the world. It sounds like a big statement. It was in a cold morning in 2016 at the officer training that Vitaly Versov, then the district director, thank you, and who was managing or teaching the president training session, he said those words. He said, "You're going to help your club change the world." Now, it was a bit of a shift because we were talking about budgets and making sure you had veggie trays at the. So I wasn't. Like you said, think about it. You're sending people out there that are going to be better communicators and better leaders, and they're going to cause rippling effects in their community. And they're going to encourage people to either look at Toastmasters or just to become better communicators and leaders as well. We've had people from baseboard join this club, and they get reposted. And they've been causing those rippling effects throughout the world and throughout our country. You really could change the world. It's not very grandiose. And this club, for 60 years, has been making rippling effects in this community and beyond. So, it's from the bottom of my heart. I wish nothing more than another rippling 60 years.